Hello, everyone, and welcome to my universe once again. Ah, man. So this past week, this past week has just been a thing with code. The big thing that I need to get working at this point is making sure that the game can calculate everything that's happening correctly. And, oh man, I'm like 90% of the way there. It's just when things get really weird and really cursed, the numbers, they don't quite work anymore. You kind of have to pull a lot of shenanigans. I showed some of this last week when I thought I had a solution for it. It turns out not quite. But, you know, all I have to do for just regular math is this. Hello there, juiciest pineapple. But yes, literally all I have to do is this. And then there's just a little bit of assignment at the bottom here. Right here. And compare with my currently unfinished bit that's checking for the super curse pipes. It's already like 3 times as long, and it has its own dedicated function down here. Yeah, this I use in both. This I only use for when the pipes start looping back on themselves, so all of that. And this is used for both, and this is used for both. So, it's like, it just ups the complexity so much. It's crazy. And I have been beating my head on this for a long time, because I swear that every time I get close to a solution, I find a particular case where it just doesn't work anymore. So I kind of have to go back and rethink things. I think so far, I don't think I'm gonna walk through all the code again like I have been, because I don't know, it's a little particular. But I think I'm on the right track. I think so. And every time I get it wrong, I do inch a little bit closer to getting it right, I think. So this time, what I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to make sure that the paths are very accurate and very exhaustive, so that this way I just know exactly what I have to work with, and then I'm just fixing up the various paths that exist. So I get the big one, from, if I run the game real quick, we'll see if Godot is happy today. I always start from this thing on the source, the extractor, and then we go to whatever endpoint happens to exist. So in this case, this red thing here, or this black thing here, either or. And I'm just exhaustively trying to find all the pipes that the thing here touches and can travel to. And then from there, the part that's given me trouble here is these parts that loop back around on themselves. So you see you have this guy here, and then it connects to this one, which connects to this one, which connects back up to this one. So it is a loop. And it's terrible. So that's the only thing I don't have an answer for right now. But if I were just to do something like, I don't know, this guy. Like, these things work fine. It's wonderful. They are all working great. And it's all doing stuff that I want it to do. So it's just that thing. So I'm just trying to exhaustively find the paths that go to the end, and then from there I'm exhaustively looking at any recursive pipes there are, so that even if you make something awful like this, like, what the hell's even going on here? It's terrible. And I even did a test where I made it worse, if you can believe it. But, yeah. So I just exhaustively look for loops. Like, if we look here, there's one here. It goes all the way around like this, and then it also goes all the way around the other way. So that's all the loops that this merger is involved in. And then we have one going around here, one going from here, down here, over here, up here, and back up there. And then we have another loop here that goes up and around, and it also goes up and around this way. And there's just all kinds of terrible loops here. It's been a fantastic thing to test. It's been working great. But, yes. So basically things are working great until you get extremely cursed. And you have to be extremely cursed for it to break at this point. But I do want you to be extremely cursed. So I'm still just trying to very thoroughly go through everything. And this does go through, find all the loops, then properly constructs them all out, gets rid of any duplicates. So for this one, for example, from here, up to here, over here, this guy, I consider completely equivalent to the starting here and going up here, up and around. As far as I'm concerned, these are both the same. They all run through the same pipes. So I do properly prune those at this point. All that's well. So I am well on my way to just getting a very thorough look at the kinds of loops that exist and the kinds of chains that can exist here. It's real close. I still have a little bit more culling that I want to do of like redundant or useless loops. Like if this vaporizer wasn't there, or if you see this thing right here, this does absolutely nothing. So I'm declaring it a useless loop and I just don't want to look at it. Maybe rude to say, but it's true. I don't want to look at it, because as far as I'm concerned, these are exactly the same if I just get rid of them entirely. So, yeah, and so it's doing all that, and the strategy that I've basically been going with this attempt is very exhaustively find all of the paths. We just go look for them, and we go find them. And then once I have that, we're gonna do math instead of looping through things repeatedly. And I think that'll work, because, well, here, I'll pull it up real quick. You can see what my notes look like. Then read it today. So if we go back over here, this is my husband trying to explain the math to me. But this is basically what I'll be doing. I'm not going to attempt this today. It's not ready. It involves so much molding that I'd rather do the molding myself. We'll work on something a little different. But, yeah, we think we found a way to do it with math. So I'm going to try to do it with just calculating the proportion that's going in each of the endpoints and various things like that. So that'll be great. That's the current plan. We'll see if it works this time. But I think it's looking good. I think I'll have a good way to calculate everything out. And it will involve minimal looping, which is good, because in order to make all this, I have to loop through a lot of things. I definitely want to stress test this performance-wise, but I think it'll be okay. I don't want to do any of the stress tests until the graphics are in, because I think that's what will give me a good idea on whether or not this is, this needs to be optimized. I think it'll be fine, though, because it's just math, and computers are really, really good at math. And I struggle to think of any situation where you'd be placing down more than, like, 1,000 pipes at once, and even that's, like, a lot. I don't think the rooms are going to be that big. But we'll find out later. And if I need to optimize this, I will. But for now, I just want to get it working. Later. Today, I am chilling out because I am so sick of balding over this. It has been weeks. And I'm dying on the inside a little bit. But that's okay. That's just how art is sometimes. Sometimes it's wonderful and you just feel good every second. You feel good every step of the way. And then sometimes you stare at it and you just immediately get tired and want to beat your head against the wall. It's okay. I'll get through it. This is probably the hardest remaining thing in the entire game. Aside from maybe me having to learn about how the hell to graphics. But no, frankly, I think even that'll be easier. But that's okay. It's all okay. I'm coping. Don't worry about it. So yeah, that's been what I've been doing, but I'm actually really happy for once with what's been put together, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. I'm dying on the inside a little bit, but I'm still feeling really good about it. So we're gonna take it a little bit easier today, and I want to do something that's a little bit simpler. I'll open up the game here, and the problem that I want to solve on stream today, assuming that the game comes up, yeah, there we go, is I want to make it so that when you go between rooms, so you can see in my debug output here, that currently we have 50 water. If I go to the next room, maybe I should pick an option that gives me more, but okay, we'll move at a rate of 50 for now. But go over to the next room. Oh, something broke. Oh, okay. No, that's easy to fix, though. I'm not gonna worry about it. Anyway. Well, we still have 50 water for now. But the second I start building things. Yeah. Oh, well, that's something else. That's, I guess I do have to fix it first. But, where's testing room 2? Okay. I didn't copy and paste the click timer over. You know what? This is something I should probably fix as well. I just need to make a proper grid object, but soon. I might do that today too. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna pick a blueprint that gives me a bit more stuff. You know, maybe I don't load then. It's okay. Godot broke anyway and didn't want to load the game, so. Alright. Extractor, phylactery. So now we have 200 water, and it's wonderful. So now we'll come over here. And you can see we still have 200 water, but now I'm gonna build something. Where is the extractor? And suddenly we have 0 water again. That is what I want to fix today. I want to make it so that this way the calculations will persist between rooms. Because right now, I mean, you can look. We'll come right back. We come back over here, and hey, it's here. And we just need to... And it sets our numbers properly. Go to the next room, it's fine. Or, I guess it's not anymore because I have a thing built here now. But the second that you build something, this is no longer true. So let's fix that because I think it'll be relatively straightforward. And the main thing that I think I need to do is I just need to, in my global class here, that keeps track of all the factory stuff, I just need to have something that holds the elements until the, and will add them whenever you change rooms, basically. So I'll just have a value associated with each room. And we'll just add what is in the other rooms to what's going on in the room that you're currently in. And I think that should work. At least until things get a little bit more complicated and I start letting you move stuff between rooms. Yeah. Yep. So, at some point, I do want to make it so that this way you will have some pipes that go between rooms. I haven't implemented that yet, so I'm going to do the simple thing first and just bring whatever's in the previous rooms that you were in, you know, whichever one you have buildings in, into this current room. So I'm gonna do that via yet another dictionary. So yeah, we have active pipe layout here. So I think I'm going to call this one var... What do I want to call you? Maybe... active... phylactery values. Because those are the only ones that matter here. So, if it reaches any other end point, as I'm calling them, if it reaches any other one, it doesn't go in here. And I think I'm going to use the room name as the key again, like I did in active pipe layout, and then its value is just going to be the dictionary of elements. Yes. And I think what's going to go in there is just the how to say, yeah, so it's got the dictionary, the elements, and then when I update the stats, it's just gonna go through each of these and add what's in there, more or less. So, if we go back over to grid here, and I go to where I calculate everything, where is it? This thing is getting too big. I can't find anything anymore. Yeah, blueprint. It's gonna be below all this. Recalculate factory. There we go. Okay. So you can see this is where I start updating all the things. So, yeah. Oh, I was trying to drag something there. That was not what I meant to do. Okay. And so when we're here, I might actually collapse all this into just one function instead of doing it all separately. And instead of passing in each value on its own, I'll just pass in a dictionary, since that's what I use for like literally everything else. Just thinking about how to construct this. Yeah, okay. I think I do like the idea of it just being one function. Because as it is right now, I go through and call updating the player stats like 4 times here, and that's totally pointless. So, what I think I'm going to do... So these are all here. We're just going to delete all of this. And we're going to say get total element. I don't like that. Get element total. Yes? Yeah, seems reasonable. And we're gonna pass in a dictionary of elements. So we're gonna have, it's going to be a dictionary. Okay, and then we're gonna go through for element in elements. I have been typing this phrase so many times lately. It's crazy. I'm thinking of the best way to do this because I put each element on its own variable here. Is there an easy way I can tell which is which? I don't think so. So we'll do it with messy if statement, and if I find a better way to do it, I can clean it up if I feel like it. So let's just go. So this is going to be if element is water. I'm making sure that I'm thinking right, but I think this is fine. Water amount is equal to someday I will remember the syntax on how to call things from a dictionary. I don't know why they keep tripping me up so bad, especially considering how often I use them. But because when I iterate through it, it does... You know what? I need to make sure. Print. Hello. And we're going to print element. I just want to make sure I'm remembering how I do this right. Alright, I need to get rid of this. This is going to be get elements total, and you will give me this. This is going to be what we pass in. Okay. Improper access to vector2.inf. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. So, yeah, it didn't find a phylactery, so it exploded. Easy fix. Yeah, because, I mean, if it doesn't find a phylactery, then I don't think it needs to recalculate. Yet. Once things are going between rooms, that may not be true. It may require a bit of recalculation, but that's not happening yet. So right now, in a single room environment, this is true. Okay, and it no longer blows up. Wonderful. Okay, so I am absolutely thinking correctly, so that's good. I am doing this right. Look, I get paranoid, okay? Why did OBS freeze? Encoding overloaded. Oh no. Is internet okay? I don't appear to be dropping frames. No, I think we're good. Okay. Looks like everything's fine now. Alright, so yes, I am doing this correctly. then I want to say that water amount is element sub-element? Like that, yeah, that should be how I get the value. I'm sad that I have to be a little more explicit like this. I feel like there should be a better way, but I don't know what it is. Element equals... I want to do them in the order that I normally do, so fire amount. Equals elements sub-element. Air amount equals elements sub-element. Almost got that backwards. The dyslexia gets me every time. Element equals... We do plan to add more elements, and that's going to be kind of how you manage your other special abilities later. So I'm going to leave this as elif, just to make it easy to update later. Yep. One moment. We got a bot. Can't have that. Goodbye. Okay. All better. And now we're going to go Earth. But yeah, I'm just going to do it like this because I think it'll make it easier to update later when you have more elements to play with. Oops. I did not mean to put that in brackets. Okay. Wonderful. So this should get everything, and updating the stats should let it pull the correct values up. And from there... Yeah, so from there, I just want to make sure that... okay. I want to make sure that it adds to the ones in the other rooms. So that's going to be the next goal, and I'm wondering if I reset everything. I have to. So we reset the number, and then we go in and we look through the dictionary I just made that I'm currently not writing anything to at the moment, and we add to what's inside of that. So now I'm thinking about how to do that. So this will be for the current room that we're in. And I think I can just do it at the end. So we can get these values first, and since it's addition, it's transitive. So it doesn't really matter what order I do it in. So I think I'll do it like this, where I say... First, we set water amount to 0. And then we set it to this. Or no, we don't have to. We can just set it to that. We don't have to reset it. We're good. I'm being silly. I'm thinking too hard. Anyway, I do that sometimes. Actually, you know what? I'll embrace the tangent. I've been kind of wanting to talk about things that I've noticed as I've been writing this, just things about me and how I work. Long pause, but people have sometimes asked me in my art streams of just how you actually go about learning how to draw and learning what to do in order to make good stuff. And I always get the feeling that some of them severely overestimate how fast it goes. And I've been feeling it a lot with some things that I've been doing recently. Not just with the game programming here. I'm super out of practice, so even though I wouldn't consider myself a beginner programmer, I'm super out of practice, so I'm very rusty. I've never worked with Godot, so I'm absolutely a Godot beginner. And I don't think I was especially good at coding architecture to begin with. So I've been having to just pick up lots and lots of things. And I've already seen a few things of just like, ah, yes, I keep running into this problem. And it happened, it happened actually just yesterday, where I ran into a problem that I was able to diagnose very, very quickly, because I had run into it several times before. And that was, in my code here, in order to find duplicate loops, I go ahead and sort the array of the pipes contained within a loop. This is duplicate pipe loops, not coding loops. But yeah, I go ahead and sort the array of pipes, and this makes it so that this way, no matter what order the pipes in the loops are in, since they'd all be starting at different points, that if all of the pipes were the same, it would be immediately obvious. Sorting it was just the easiest way to do it. And when I was going through and checking the output after that initial duplicate prune to make sure it got rid of all the duplicates, I noticed that one of the subarrays was still sorted. And I was like, why? I didn't tell the one in this array to sort, and I used duplicate in order to make the new sorted array, so that this way, the original array would not get sorted. But I recognized it immediately as an issue of that this was clearly what was doing it. And I was able to Google it very quickly and found the solution within about 5 or 10 minutes. Whereas I remember the first time I ran into an issue like that, where I changed something in a dictionary, and it changed something in a different dictionary, and that confused me greatly. And it took me like 2 or 3 hours to diagnose that, right? Because I found it just, I had no idea what was going on. But now that I've run into that problem a couple of times, I was able to fix it very quickly. And I think this is just what happens. It's why you can't just read a book and learn how to code. It's why you can't just watch YouTubers paint or draw or whatever else and learn how to draw yourself. You just kind of got to do it. And you kind of got to suffer through it. And I can guarantee that, maybe after my 3rd or 4th game, I'm going to look back at the code here and going to be like, what the hell was I doing? And that's what growth is. And that's how you learn how to do things. Yes. And as you actually sit down and do the thing, you'll start kind of figuring out where you trip up and how you think about things. So here with some of the code here, I mentioned one particular area where I have encountered this issue a few times, and now I just kind of know the answer. I've also kind of figured out, both from coding and actually from writing, I think that these are... I notice similar trends in writing as well. Where I have this desire to go fast, and I am not a person that goes fast. Very true of art, very true of what's going on here, but I just have a tendency to kind of want to rush through things a little. So I try to find the fastest way to get to the solution instead of the best way to get to the solution. And when you have no idea what you're doing, that's really dangerous. So, I find myself just getting into these weird little rabbit holes and writing code that's maybe a little bit fragile. And I have found that if I just kind of step back for a little bit, and instead of looking into, okay, what is the problem here? How do I fix this problem? I step back and say, no, there are no problems here. I am just talking to the computer badly. So what is it that I'm actually trying to say? And what is it that the computer is hearing? And this is more effective. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but I think that this has been what's slowing me down and actually getting my looping pipes to work, because I look at it and I'm just like, okay, it's not working here, so what would fix this specific problem? As opposed to thinking about how I can communicate with the computer more effectively. And so I'm trying to make myself do that less. I'm trying to stop letting myself get caught up in details. And this is true of drawing as well. If you look at anyone that is good at drawing, they don't do the details until the very end. It's like one of the last things that they do. And if, for example, you're trying to draw a person, if you go in and you just start drawing a singular eye, so you draw the eye and you finish it and it's beautiful. Okay, now you have to draw the other eye. But even if you're able to do that, now you have to draw, you know, the head around it. And you have to draw some of these other things. You know, the rest of the body, for example. And it's going to start kind of ballooning on itself, because if you're thinking in terms of details, you'll be like, okay, maybe you get lucky and you're able to get the other eye and the shape of the head just fine. And then you start drawing hair, and you draw every singular curl and loose strand. You're gonna lose the plot real fast, because you're not gonna be thinking about how the hair sits on the head. You're not gonna be thinking about how the head is rotating and how this affects the way the eyes are. You're not gonna be thinking about all of these big structural things that matter more at the beginning than every single loose strand and curl of the hair. And then when you zoom out and look at the whole picture, it's gonna look really weird because nothing's sitting on the head properly. It's gonna be just a million disconnected things that you're recalling a singular picture for some reason. And I think I've been doing something similar with code, where I just get into these weird, finicky details without thinking, what am I actually communicating to the computer? And I think it's real easy to do this with, you know, just about any creative medium. Because I do remember I decided to do NaNoWriMo back in November, you know, even though the org doesn't exist anymore, but I decided to give that a try because I really wanted to try writing this thing. And I was mostly, I mean, I was able to do it. I was able to meet the word count, but I actually think it was really detrimental for me to do so. Because what I needed to do was not vomit words. I just needed to write enough words. I needed to write enough for what I knew, and then think about, okay, how do I want the story to go? What kind of scenes do I want to do later? And what kind of things do I want to show about the characters and various things like that? And that wasn't going to happen while I was trying to rush and meet word count goals. And I basically, I mean, it was immensely helpful. I'm still glad that I did it, but I think I would have benefited much more of, instead of going for those, you know, strict word count goals, if when I wrote something, I'm just like, why don't I like this scene? What is it missing? What is it doing ineffectively? And another issue that I ran into a lot while writing was that I kind of let my protagonist warp reality, because her wants and how she wanted things to go were so deeply entrenched into my head that I started thinking about everything else through the lens of her wants, instead of saying, okay, maybe she wants this, but, you know, giving people what they want doesn't make for an interesting story, so let's back up and try to figure out how do I make these kinds of things interesting. And, yeah, you know, stuff like that. So, yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about that, because I think it's just real easy, no matter what creative medium that you're getting stuck in, to just go into the details way too early, without actually thinking about what you're actually trying to do. So I'm trying to be better about that. So let's see, let's go into the active phylactery values. Or, I'll just call them value in active element. That's not what I called you, was it? Your active phylactery values. Yes, there we go. Active phylactery values. And then we need to do this again. So I want to add to what's already there. And then I want to add, I think it's just going to be values, right? Value is the key though, isn't it? I think it is actually. And that's because I also need to do this. I almost forgot. I do need to do the elements and elements here. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna call this room then. So this will have a value of each, the key will be each room, and then the value for each room will be the dictionary of elements again. So we go through that. And from there, we want to do what, room sub elements. No, I don't need to do it like that, because we can just do it in room sub elements. And then yeah. No, I had it right. Okay. So that should do it. And it'll be the same for all of them. Okay. So that should keep the value once I'm actually properly populating this. And in order to properly do that, I just want to come in here and I want to say factory. I want to, yeah, a factory global. Not factory global, factory global. There is a C there. Important. Dot active phylactery values. Sub. How do I get the room name? Because I know I do that up where I spawn buildings too. I add it to a different dictionary, but it's the same idea. Get parent dot name. Okay. Easy enough. Okay. So this will get the name of the room, and I am reminding myself for the future. Remember, every room needs to have a unique name, otherwise everything will die. And we don't want that to happen. That'd be too sad. So I'm going to say it's going to be water, and this will be water amount. Oh, whoops. I've been writing so many print statements, I forgot that to assign values to a dictionary, you don't put it in the quotes. Fire. Air. Earth. Okay. So there. That will do it. And what I think I would like to do is I want to, in order to save on iterating speed, I think I want to do a thing where if water amount is 0 and fire amount is 0 and air amount... Why are you not auto-completing for me? Oh, whatever. Is 0 and earth amount is 0, then I want to delete this particular entry. How do I remove stuff from a dictionary again? I don't remember the syntax. What is, like, remove? Removes the dictionary entry by key if it exists. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. I want... So... we take this... and we erase... Yeah, it's not auto-completing things for me. What's wrong? You got a new line after my new line. It's right there. Because now it's making everything barf, and it's not auto-completing things for me, and I'm lazy, and I don't want to type it all out. I probably just have a stupid typo, but I can't think of what it is, and I don't feel like it, so we'll just do it all on one line. Future me can deal. Okay. Okay, so... active.erase, and now everything's auto-completing. Wonderful. That's all I wanted. Okay, so we'll erase the value in there. And basic idea that if there's nothing there, we just get rid of it. And hold on, will it barf if it doesn't exist? Removes the... Okay. No, do not erase entries while iterating over the dictionary. Good advice. I do it sometimes anyway. You just have to be careful about it, but there's ways you can do it. Like I said, things are only going to get more cursed from here. Okay, but it doesn't look like it'll barf if it doesn't exist, so this is fine. If we have something... There. Okay. If we've actually got something, we'll go ahead and add it in. This might become a slight nightmare once we have more elements, but you know what? We're gonna have less than 10. It'll be okay. I'm pretty sure we have less than 10. Definitely less than 12. So it'll be fine. I will continue to tempt fate. It's fun. Okay. So I think that should do it. And I am properly adding it all over here, right? so that we do the shiny plus equals thing. So assuming I am talking to the dictionary correctly, this should work. So let's try it. I'm not gonna load my thing. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll go plop a thing there, and we have a 200 water. So I'm gonna go walk over here, and I'm going to make a new extractor. Oh, actually, you know, that's a point here, because when I walk between rooms, I see that... The game crashed, and I was holding down a button. Why did it crash? Invalid access. I see. So it's complaining... No, that's not what it's complaining about. I just didn't talk. I didn't talk to the dictionary correctly. I was afraid of that. Okay, what does this look like? Print that. Print room. Just show me what this looks like. Someday I will actually understand how to do this. But I think the sheer amount of nested dictionaries that I use just keeps tripping me up. They're not meant to be used this way, and I am twisting them into horrid forms. But I also forgot about what I wanted to talk about. But, yeah, I noticed that when I have a particular pipe here, so right now I have an extractor, when I go back to the previous room, it changes back to a normal pipe. And I don't think I want that. Testing room and water. Okay. So I don't have to do this. Okay, cool. I don't know why my brain cannot handle dictionaries. They are so useful and I love them. I actually like them a lot more than arrays overall. I will probably only use arrays from now on if I care about the order of things. Which, for some things, I genuinely do. But otherwise, dictionaries are just nice. If... that doesn't seem right. That really doesn't seem right. Yeah, it's testing room. Okay, no. I do need to do that. Hold on, we're backing up. I do need to do that. I just wrote it wrong. Why is there an and there? Whatever. I don't think I ever directly reference a room name without doing it just in code from finding the parent, so it should be fine. Let's see. So, what did my print values look like? Where is this from? And print single element. I'll say value. Oh no, if I do that I'm gonna crash the thing again. Okay. It's alright, this is what I do when I don't quite understand what I'm doing. But yes, the fact that it's switching the pipes is bad. I need to carry that between rooms too. I think that'll be pretty easy though. I'll just put it in the room transition. I don't think I need to put it into factory global. Okay, value. So dictionary. Room is testing room. Okay. Yes, this is right. So in room. Okay, I see what's throwing me off because I had the water here, and that was from just my general print statement for when you're building the factory. So okay, I see what happened. So that should work now. Let's find out. My brain, maybe a little bit pudding this week. Trying to get the looping pipes to work has been absolutely melting my brain. It's terrible. Yeah, and we still got 200 water now. And if I build something... Pain. Okay, but it hasn't, whoops. It didn't update the stats, so I think it's still working. It just looks weird. Because it's true, that room has 0 water. That is absolutely correct, actually. But I could see that my movement speed was right where I expected it to be. So I think that this is working correctly, it's just I crashed the game. What did I do? Unable to iterate on object type of string name. You know what, I shouldn't have closed it. Okay, before I fix that... No. I'm gonna be good and not try to do 5 things at once. We're gonna fix that first. Never mind. Gotta be disciplined. Here we go. So, what happened? I needed to crash the game again so that this way I understand. It's important. The game will suffer until I understand. Or element in room. Unable to iterate on object string name. Do I have to do it like this? That seems weird. Oh, sorry, I forgot to close the game again. But this doesn't feel right, but... that's all I can get, because it seems like it's... not... it's trying to iterate on the key instead of on the dictionary inside of it. So, let's see if... Oops. Oh, okay. My muscle memory made me load. Because I've been... 50's just too slow. I've been... When I load the game, my default has been, okay, load my cursed pipe setup. Let's go. Don't need to do that right now. I can just do this. It's beautiful. I don't have to stare at cursed pipes today. Unless I want to. Okay, it managed to iterate. Like I said, someday I'll learn how to talk to dictionaries. Someday, I believe in myself. It's okay, until that day comes, I can compensate. Okay, I should have gotten to those prints. But they're not here. Oh no, there it is. Water 200, yeah. So what, do I have to do it like, this? probably do, actually. Nested dictionaries. I'd say never again, but I know I'm gonna keep doing it. They're useful. I like them. It's kind of painful talking to them sometimes. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's all I had to do. Little painful talking to them sometimes. But I always figure it out in the end. So now when we go walk back and forth... Oh, why am I so fast? Am I speeding up? Shouldn't be. If I am, there's a problem. Okay, I know how to make sure that this is doing what I want. Let's go into the player script. Been a while since I looked at it. Where is update stats? This hack, because I didn't feel like having to build something before before moving around. Okay. Print. Move speed. If I need to, I can do it in process as well. I think it's probably fine. I think I'm just hallucinating, but I thought that I was speeding up. Nope, I am speeding up. I am not crazy. But it only goes to 400. Ooh, you know what? I know what it is. Okay. I didn't add in a check in here to make sure that you weren't doubling up when you're in the same room. So if... How can I tell whether or not you are in the room this came from? So I can look at the value, but how will this little global class actually tell if the value that you are on matches the room that you are in? So I think I can just look through the scene tree. How, though? I don't really want to do get node or null for every dang value in there. I mean, I will if I have to, but if there's a better way to do it, that'd be nice. I like to pretend I care about performance. I mean, I kinda do. At the very least, this isn't called often, it's only called when you build stuff. So and you can only build stuff when you're in a safe room with no enemies. And you'll be doing minimal jumping. You'll be doing some jumping, but... I want to look at my scene tree one more time. So we're going to be looking over here. I just want to see what it looks like. So we have my various auto loads over here. I actually think that this one might end up becoming a scene, but we'll see. And then we have the room and the player. And I doubt we'll have much else. So, what exactly do I want to do to check this? It's always going to be the topmost one after the autoloads, but I don't know if I'll add more autoloads. In fact, I think I already have one that I'm probably going to need to do. There probably will need to be some kind of message bus. So I don't want to say, hey, it'll just be like, what, the fourth one here? That sounds incredibly dangerous. It probably will always be the second from the bottom, though. If the player is always at the bottom. But still, relying on numbers like that sounds dangerous, and that scares me. Okay. I can't think of any other way to do it. Var room equals get node or oh no, I can't say var room. Var in current or is current room is going to be get node or null room. So that should get the name of the room, and I want to say that if current room is null, then we do this. Because if we're able to find the name of the room in the scene tree here, then that's... Oops, I left the game open again, but yeah, if we're able to find it there, then that means we are in the current room, and we do not want to add this, because we'll be getting it from here. Okay, so let's see if that did it, or if I just, you know, caused something terrible. That's the hardest part of making a new universe. It's like all the rules are reliant on you. And if you just accidentally, like, hit the wrong button or something... Yeah, case in point. Oh, so you can't do it based on the name, huh? Okay. So I can't do it like that. But yeah, that's the trouble. But when you are God, and you are able to just create every single one of the rules, if you just accidentally make a typo, or bend something slightly in the wrong direction, or even just kind of carelessly do something without really thinking about it, you're gonna get something terribly mutant, and sometimes I think that's how, spiders and platypi were born. God just looked away for a second. Oh, wait, what just happened? How did that happen? Oh no. Okay, so I can't do it like that. I can't do it based on the string name. And hey, Google. How to tell which scene you're in. Maybe I should, maybe I should, instead of using the name as the key, maybe I should use the UID. Yeah, you know, I could actually do that. I could do that, so if I did that... So can I do, like, get parent.uid or something? Unique name and owner... Or maybe the... if I just say... what's the word? Get tree... dot... Well, what's it say to get the current scene? Current scene. Makes sense! And this doesn't give me an instance of it, right? This just gives me... Because I don't want to do anything fancy. I don't want to put weird stuff into my dictionaries when I just need a string to act as a key. Okay. Oh, I put it in the wrong place. Curses. Alright. Let's try that again. Alright. Button. Testing room. Okay, yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so that would also mean that... Cause yeah, that gives me the value I want, so if we go up into here, this means that the key will now just be the room, and that should be fine. So I want to say if room is not equal to get tree current only has one U. Okay. Does this still crash? Let's find out. Crash in the game for science. Although I'm hoping we don't crash the game this time. Wonderful. And our water is only 200. Oh, nope. Movement speed is still freaking out. Where am I? Did I accidentally get rid of the print statement in the player script? Oh, I did. I didn't want to do that. Okay. In that case... Oh, no, I think I know what I did wrong. I still want to keep that, though, while I'm trying to fix this. Because what I want is not... No, it is room, isn't it? Print room. Print... Get tree current scene. And... Oh man, I've killed my muscle memory to just load the game. It's beautiful. Okay. Yeah, because we have nothing in the dictionary right now, so that makes sense. Or no, we should have something in the dictionary right now. Boop. I mean, it's giving me the right number, so... But, like, why don't I see the room name anywhere here? This is going to be... Factor global... This is going to be active... Directory values. And I'll put a pretty little decoration at the bottom just to make it the separation clear. I've been finding this way to be a reasonably effective way to get the numbers I need. Read object. I see, okay. So it calculates it too fast. It calculates it before the scene is loaded. That actually makes sense. Ooh, that's gonna make it kind of hard to figure it out. Maybe I'll let it wait a frame then. Well, it might take more than one frame for this to load, so I don't think that's very reliable. Okay, I have a thought. Let's see. We're going to... We are going to... Let's see... I kind of hate to wait until the room is loaded, though, to... make sure that all the values here are right, because it'd be nice if they were there before the player even noticed that all his stats were reset to 0. That would be ideal, I think. This way nobody would really notice that suddenly some things change. I'm actually a little bit worried about things like jumping between the scene transition and stuff. Will that make you drop like a rock? Will that make it so that this way you cannot keep jumping between the scene transition? Because as it stands, I think so. But I think that there's things I can do about that. Maybe I'll fix that today, too. Look, I just don't want to stare at recursive pipes today. They have been haunting my nightmares. It's been kind of terrible. Okay, so let's see. What do I do here? What do I do here? Okay. So this is how I'd normally do it. I don't know if I like the solution though, but I'll go ahead and try it and see what happens. So we're gonna have our current scene is null, and then while not, or well, I'll just do it like this. I think this is easier to read. Null, await, get, tree, process frame, and then current scene equals get tree dot current scene. Okay, so that should wait until the scene exists, in theory. Like I said, I still don't really know if I like that solution. I'm really worried about some stuff. No, it's still too fast, huh? I think these numbers are the same. Yeah, this is the same. So why is it 400? Okay. Let's actually make sure we have the scene loaded before we do anything. I still don't really like this. I'm still very concerned. Okay, I think I have to put this in the loop, otherwise it won't work. Okay. I still kind of feel like there has to be a better way to do it, but I don't know what it is. No, and it still goes to 400. It still doesn't work, even though these match. Yeah, these match. Do I have to make sure they're both strings? Will that fix it? This is probably some silly instancing thing. No, even that didn't do it. Wow. Okay, so this might be a harder problem than I gave it credit for. I'm gonna go ahead and undo a bunch of this stuff because, like I said, I kind of wasn't sure how to feel about this solution in general. Oh boy. What else can I check to make sure that it doesn't add the values? Oh, you know what? I think I have a thought. I'll just put it in the ready function. So if I, in the ready function, do that, we just reset everything. Might work. Rebuild factory. I'll put it in this region. We reset everything. Will that do it? Will that keep it nice and simple? No, that still doesn't do it. Do I also Yeah, I initially said that I didn't think I had to reset in Factory Global, but maybe I do. Man, my eyes go crazy when I H my eye. Oh yeah, let me see that again. That was weird. Man, look at him go. Okay, so in here, we just reset everything, always. I don't know, man. When in doubt, but make it 0. Man, and here I thought this would just be a little straightforward thing, but I have to worry about accidentally making you twice as awesome as you're supposed to be. Okay, because I'm pretty sure I just call recalculate factory in ready here. Yeah, I sure do. I mean, I guess I could potentially just not. Since I already have the value, I probably don't actually need to do this anymore. Do I reset everything? No, I don't think I need to. In which case, I don't think I need to reset everything here either. And I'll do some other tests just to, make sure this works. Going over here. And I'm no longer super fast. Okay. So I probably don't need to recalculate the factory there since you haven't actually built anything. It's just putting back the stuff that already existed, and now I'm keeping track of what already existed elsewhere. So I think this is fine. In theory. Let me think. Where might this break? Because... No, I can't think of a single place where this would break, because, it'll recalculate... I was gonna say, it'll recalculate once you build again, and now he's fast again. Okay. So it's still a little wonky. Ooh. My other thought was maybe I could put it on the level transition. Your stats and stuff, but I don't know. That seems like it'd be a little scary too. I don't think that would quite do it once you're dealing with multiple rooms or with multiple phylacteries. So I think this is where I had to take my advice from earlier and step back and... Well, no. What I'm telling the computer is pretty straightforward. It's just, it can't tell what room it's in. Is there any other way I can tell it to only go through the values that are not in the same room? Yeah, you know, it's one of those things that I didn't actually expect to be that difficult. And I mean, you can see I got it like 90% of the way there. There's just that one little bug. Just that one little bug. Okay, I am going to try with the name again. I have a thought. And I'm gonna try letting the scene load before we update the player stats again. I'm gonna try that option. Let me remember, I think it was just get parent name, right? Yeah. It was. Okay, cool. So, let's see, from here, I want to go into recalculate factory. We will find and replace this. And I'm gonna go back to waiting until the scene is loaded. You know, much like I do here. So we'll have current scene equals null while not current scene. Why didn't you do the auto completing for me? Oh, because I didn't. There we go. While not current scene. Await get tree process frame current scene is equal to get tree dot current scene, and we'll say if current scene, so when it's not null, then we get to do all this stuff. And I want dot name. I'm just wondering if the reason that they weren't equal before is due to some instance thing, if it just recognized that they were different instances. But if I look at the name, the string of the name should always be the same. So I want to try that real quick. The name just seems like the best way to do it, as long as I remember to make every name unique. Ooh. Okay, I think that there's a contains function for strings, and if I... Oh, but it actually worked? It recognized these as equal? I want to double check that. And a pretty little decoration for me. Okay. Gotta make your print statements pretty. It makes them so much easier to read. Alright. So move speed 200. Move speed 200. Move speed 200. Okay. I thought I was gonna have to pull some more shenanigans. But Godot is smart. Thank you, Godot. The computer understood. I'm surprised! But it worked! Okay, so we got it going. And here I was talking about further shenanigans with substrings, but it's not necessary. Yay! So I'm free. Alright, cool. I want to try something then. Because I have my nice fast move speed for testing purposes. Is the game gonna come up? Wonderful. So I'm gonna get some air. So now I can jump. Camera's a little wonky. I'll worry about that kind of thing later. And I'm gonna try to jump between rooms. You ready? Okay. I'm gonna get real close. It's fine. Okay, I was worried that it would, like, stop my jump. Or it would make my jump height just small. But no, you can see that even when I go from, like, right here, I continue to go to the top of my height, I think. Let me see. The top of my height is about that line there. So... I'm gonna put a pipe. I'm gonna put a pipe on it. So I can't quite reach this pipe. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Okay. I'm gonna make it a little higher and just make sure that there are no shenanigans here. One of the things that I was worried about is just that, how to say, if you jumped between rooms, would the calculation happen fast enough that, that you would be able to keep all of your jump height between rooms? And would it interrupt your jump if you tried to jump really high between rooms? Because that's going to be important later. I want people to be able to do that. Oh, I jumped over the scene transition. Whoops. I'm going to make the scene transition a little bit bigger then. Alright, Mr. Scene Transition. Let me see. We'll make you bigger. Is that gonna be big enough? I hope so. 37. I'll do 37 in here too. $37. Wonderful! Alright, let's go mess around with that some more. Now, today's been fun. I just kind of get to derp around for a little bit and not stare at the horrible abominations I'm making for testing things. I get to do simple tests and do silly things like jump. Today is a good day. Whee! Okay, so it's a little slow drawing between rooms. I might want to fix that at some point. I don't think I want to do it right now. But I don't think... I mean, I can potentially make it look cool, but I'm not sure if it does right now. Yeah, and you just keep going. It's definitely carrying it. So, yeah. Yeah. I think it's good. I don't think I have to fix anything. I think this is working. So, yeah, now we keep our values between scenes. And I'm pleased. Next thing, this little tiny thing that's been bothering me, where if you have a different pipe in your hand when you leave the room with the grid on. So you see right now I have the phylactery. If I run over here to the next room, it's going to be a normal pipe. And I don't want that. I want it to be the same. So I'm actually just going to add a parameter to my level transition. And I'm gonna make it keep the pipe. It might be hard since all of these were export variables, but I think I can probably do it. Let me remember how level bounds work. Because I don't. It's been a while. Okay, so I think some of that is going to be like in level transition. So we have target scene. Oh wait, did I accidentally open level bounds instead of level transition? I did. No wonder I couldn't make sense of anything. Okay. So we got the ready. Getting player offset. Target scene. Target area name. So this is going into the scene manager. So I think all I have to do is put in the active building here too. Oh, maybe. Will it be can I... Because that's a property of the grid. I guess I could always update in Factory Global, but I feel like I'm doing too many silly things with Factory Global and I should be careful. Let me see. How does my scene manager actually do things? I don't think I have looked at this code since I wrote it, so I need to remember what I'm doing. This is why, when you're learning how to code, the real test is to write something big that you can't do in one sitting. Preferably not even something you could do in 1 week. And then see if you can actually finish it. That's the real test. Then you have to remember what the hell you were doing. Okay. So, new scene. Scene entered. Okay. Current scene. Does it even do anything with new scene? Like, does it do anything with these parameters? Oh, no, there it is. Change to file new scene. So it might actually be a little bit hard. Actually, you know what? I'm not even sure it will be. Because in theory, the current... these variables should still be in memory. So I'm assuming that at the beginning here, I just set it to 1 somewhere. But no, it doesn't look like I do. Oh yeah, of course, I do it up here. Okay, okay, I remember what I did now. So, if I just... don't. On the first load, you might get an error about trying to instantiate a null instance. Okay, but I can fix that. I know what to do. So we'll get rid of this. I'll maybe let it exist in memory, and maybe it'll work. That's the kind of confidence you want here. So if, selected building is... actually, I guess I should say if not selected building. Then selected building equals factory global dot normal pipe and selected building index is 0. So am I allowed to do that? Will this work or... Yeah, that's fine. See? I got a normal pipe, and now if I switch to something else, now I got a turn pipe. I still have a normal pipe name. Unfortunate. Okay, so no, I do have to do a shenanigan or two. Well, I mean, I guess I can just use Factory Global. Kinda hate to do it, but, you know, I think it's probably okay. I just want it to be the same if you transition between rooms with the grid up. I guess I'll keep that. It's not hurting anything. Hello, Mr. O? And of course I am. I'm gonna finish the game. I'm gonna make the thing. It's gonna be fantastic. Right now, we're just doing some little things. So, I guess to explain what I'm doing, just at this very moment of right now, you can see I have this normal pipe in my hand. It's very pink. So, if I change it to something else, let's make it a split pipe this time. And then I run into the next room. Oh no, it's back to being a normal pipe. I would like it to remain a split pipe if you move between rooms with the grid active. So that's all I'm trying to fix right now. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna go back to checking things of making sure the factory is calculating correctly when you go between rooms. That's kind of what I'm messing around with today, but I've just decided I really want to mess with this for some reason. Yeah, those are just all the constants. And let's see. I'm still just trying to think of the least cursed way to do this, but you know, maybe I should just embrace the cursedness. Okay. Do I even use this anymore? I don't know. I'll leave it. I don't think I do, but var selected building between rooms. Works for me. Alright. So I'm gonna go into my level transition here. Where are you? There you are. And we will add... This is just for player. And I will add a new parameter to here that will get and hopefully set the what's it called? Select the selected building. So do I even need to do that? I'll be good. So I want to add a parameter that is you know what? No, we're not gonna do it here. I changed my mind. I'm gonna do it over here. Well, I mean, I've only been working on this for a few months, but if you're talking about just general live streaming, yeah, it's been about 2 years. It's fine. I mean, I'm just doing the things that I would be doing off stream, just on stream, trying to talk about it a little bit more. It's not so bad. It's not so bad at all. Okay, so I will say selected building equals factory global dot selected building between rooms. And let's see. So I got that, and then when I select the building, I want... Selected building index really isn't important anymore, so... Well, I'm glad to have you here. Thank you for coming. It's always very exciting to me when people are kind of interested in the things that I am making. Let's see, where was I? Select building. This is silly, but I don't care. Okay. So yeah, I'll just do it at the end here. We'll do it, because I don't mind it being null. If you have an empty hand when you leave the room, I think it's fine for it to continue to be empty. Which means maybe I should get rid of that thing defaulting to a normal pipe. I don't know. I'll think about it. Selected building between rooms is equal to selected. Wonderful. So will that keep it the same between? Let's find out. Let's find out. So if I have this in my hand, it is now in my hand still. Now I'm gonna switch to this. Hell yeah. I did the little thing. Okay. And if you have an empty hand, I think I might just want to keep it empty, honestly. Okay, I'm gonna try something. I am going to just do something on what I assume will only happen on the first load. So, let's just go back up to ready here. I'm actually gonna get rid of this. We're gonna kill that, and I think here on ready. I don't actually have a thing for ready here, I don't think. Oh no, I do, right here. Okay. I will do that. And it's just normal pipe, we don't need to specify. And I don't care about the index anymore, I might even just destroy it. It's probably fine. Or maybe it'll just be there as a little bit of legacy code for the software developers that happen to want to do code review of my game or something and cringe. Let's see. Yeah, this still works. There's like a little blink going on between rooms. I think that'll be fine once I implement a proper screen transition. I have the basic code for it, I just don't have it hooked up right now because I want things to look a little more scuffed. It makes me happy to have my placeholder things look terrible, and it also motivates me to finish it later. So, I think that's important. Yes. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna call that working. I want to build some stuff in the other room and see if things work the way I expect. So I'll put it here this time. This way I can be fast. So let's build something here. And we'll build a phylactery there. This doesn't visibly affect my stats. But at the very least, the buildings are all there. I'm still not really sure how I feel about the flickering. It might be okay when I add the screen transition though, so I'm not gonna worry about it. This looks good to me. I want to double check to make sure that the elements are working the way I expect. So when we get into factory a calculation down here, actually rather than that, let me remind myself, what did I put into this guy here? So what are you? You are... Oh, you have fire and earth. Let's find one with just pure fire. I just want to look at some fire. Okay, so we got 200 fire here in this guy. So if I look at the player script again, we'll do a little print here once again. Do move speed. And fire is attack. Okay, so we'll do it like that. And that will be how I make sure that the numbers... No, I want to start in the other room. How the numbers are... Oh no, I'm not testing move speed. I'm testing jump height right now. But yeah, so that will be how I do that. So let's do... I just want to, I want to have my testing a fast run speeds this way I can run back and forth very quickly. So I'll do jump height instead. We'll use this little air guy over here. Extractor and a phylactery. Yeah, that's right. And, ooh, I feel like I moved fast again. No, we're good. We're good. I feel fast because my move speed is 500 instead of 200 right now. So we're jumping right. I'm not jumping extra high in this room. The numbers are all perfect. And I am honestly not really noticing anything weird. So I can just safely move between the screens. And all is well. So yeah, I think that having things persist between rooms is working. Wonderful! Phew! Alright. What do I want to do next? So things are persisting between rooms correctly, the factory's rebuilding itself. There might be a little bit of jank in how long it takes to put the factory back together. I don't know. I think it'll be fine once I have screen transition, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. I don't know. What else do I feel like messing with? Because I don't really want to do a bunch of stuff with some of my other calculations because they're not ready. I want to get my looping recursive pipes looking good, getting all the math there right before I start moving things between rooms too badly. I can probably get started. I am making a game. Hello there, Not Your Sparrow. Yes, I am making a Metroidvania. The gimmick here is that instead of your movement speed and your jump height and your attack and HP being fixed like they are in many, you're building a neat factory on the side, and that's what determines things, like just as an example here. So if we look at my player placeholder here, I'm gonna press the jump button, and you see I don't move off the ground. But you can kind of see the state here flicker. So I am hitting the button. So now, I'm going to add a little factory piece over here, and whoosh. Now I can jump. And I know that this guy over here has some air in it too, so I will connect that, and now I can jump even higher. And that's the gist. So, we are fully expecting people to be able to break the game in spectacular ways. And I think it'll be a good time. So we're very excited. Oh yeah. And then you see that if I, break that, we're back to jumping only a little bit. And if I break this, that's awkward. I should not be able to jump there, so we got a bug. It's a work in progress. It's okay. I'm actually not sure how that calculation's happening. Am I not recalculating the factory when I delete stuff? Because if I'm not, I should be. Well, there we go. I guess I'll track down that bug before I do anything else. So let's see. If we go into delete building here, no, I do recalculate the factory. Okay. So it's just not removing the entry from the dictionary. Because this should be... Ah, yes, because this only calculates when the phylactery is gone. Phylactery is there. So, I think I know exactly what to do. It'll be great. Well, okay, I did indeed find a bug. It's true. Let's see. Yes, I think I know where the problem is. Because, yeah, this are only, updates. at certain points. And I think... yeah, I know exactly what to do here. So let's see, I'll plop a new line there. And we just get rid of shenanigans. So let's see if that works. So yeah, currently cannot jump. And if I add that, can jump. And now if I delete this, you should go back to cannot jump. Awkward. No, it should all be 0. Yeah, because I reset all the numbers up there. So it finds this, but it's all based on what's in there. But when I recalculate the factory, I'm pretty sure I reset all the numbers. Yeah, sure do. And I can see that indeed there's no water there. Okay. So it's probably this. I guess I just want this to be after. That would make sense, and then I think I also need to call that method and give it zeros. So we'll plop this down here instead. And I think that will fix the bug. And then here, well, it'll fix part of the bug. I just want to give it a dictionary of water, 0, fire, 0, air, 0, earth, 0. And I think that'll fix it. In theory. Cannot jump. Can jump. Even that's not fixing it. Okay, maybe... I'm actually not sure what's updating it then. Huh. So there is something happening there. Because I don't think I have any default values on my player here except for move speed. Yeah, we're just getting the air amount there. And when I come over here and zero out everything, when I come up here, show me what the problem is. Show me what you are getting. Okay. So let's see what numbers that this is getting, and then from here... Let me see, do I have any weird print statements right now? It looks like I have an extra one somewhere. Because there should only be one water. This is the downside to using prints for everything instead of breakpoints, is that sometimes I have to go through and clean up some print statements. but it's fine. I find it easier in other ways, so I keep doing it. Let me see, where is... Yeah, so we got those. I don't think I have any other prints in here, do I? No, I don't. Where's the other water coming from? Oh, was no. I don't know. So, I'll worry about it later. That's my philosophy. Make things a problem for future me instead of present me. It's fantastic. I'd say it saves me a lot of trouble, but not always. No, I can still jump. Air is still in there for some reason. Phylactery is not being reset. But this should be going through everything and moving all its elements to 0. If we're getting the phylactery, then can you print? Oh yeah, I mean it works for me sometimes. Sometimes. Pipe info, sub elements. Let's get in there. Let's see here. Let's see what's going on. Okay, and yeah, that should be fine. Why is I just don't understand why it's getting a bunch of air here. Makes me think that we're calling here, which would mean that it's getting it from the phylactery, but it should not be, because the phylactery should be empty. There's nothing feeding into it, so why is it getting numbers? It should not be getting numbers. It's very confused. It's stealing some numbers from somewhere. It's terrible, I tell you. Okay. This is not the right print. Okay, I have some prints helping me with other math that I don't want to delete right now. So I am going to decorate these guys here, so that this way I can see what I'm doing. Let's see. I'm gonna use little tildes. Little tildes are cute. Okay. And then in here, I'll do the same. We'll just surround it with little tildes. And that should separate it from the lines that I'm using for my other print statements I don't want to delete right now. Okay. So this is all well and good right now, but it is not reaching. Oh, there it is. But why not here? Why not there? Yeah, why is it up there but not after this start? I haven't deleted it yet. I haven't deleted anything yet. And this should happen every time I build something. So why did it happen the first time but not the second time? Oh, of course, because I'm printing it above it, not below it. Or above the start. Maybe I should move that. Because otherwise I'm probably going to keep confusing myself. That sounds dangerous. So, yes, I see why I wanted to put it up there, though. You know what? No, this is fine. I understand why I got confused, though. Okay, so yeah, there's nothing in there. As I would expect. And now it's good down here. So as of this point, there should be stuff in the phylactery. We'll go put it down here. And after... well, I'll go ahead and put it here. Put another lovely little print statement there to help me figure out what's going on. This should be phylactery location now. Okay. And this will be after, when it has all the values set. Because, you know, so far this looks fine to me. This looks about what I would expect. If I take away the extractor, we'll hide... let's see, we're looking just at the stuff down here for now. Okay, it's still getting 800 there, even though there's nothing. Here, can you print air amount for me? That should be fine. I have enough teal days surrounding everything else that will probably be okay. Where is that coming from? I can only think that it must be in here. But I thought I searched for prints and did not get any. No, I don't want the blueprint dictionary, I just want that. So yeah, it's not there. Okay, this is the only place where I print it. Where I print the word water. So I guess it must be that, and it's just printing twice for some reason, but it can't be because these numbers aren't the same. One is a float and one's an integer. I do not know where they're coming from. I didn't do anything weird in the player script, did I? Okay, no, I didn't. When in doubt, we're gonna search everything that I have open right now. Okay, we just got that one there. I just feel like it's being printed an extra time, and I want to see if that's something bad that I have to fix, or if, oh. Okay. Got excited for a second there because I thought I found something, but I didn't. Okay, well that's weird. I don't know what's happening here. Why is it... I am very confused. Anyway, I guess I'll deal with that later, because I don't know. I searched everywhere, and I don't see where that is being printed. If I don't print it, you both go away. Because I don't need this right now. Okay, yeah, it's printing there twice for some reason. That's very strange. I think that'll be something to look into, but I don't think I want to do it right now. Okay, so yeah, all of the numbers are right. And if I delete this, now everything should go back to 0. But this still is not. It still is not, so... Okay, and indeed things aren't being reset there. So... Print air amount. Okay, let's see what it is here. Because if it's 800, it's... Right now it should be, so that's good. Now I delete it. Yeah, and it's not even getting there. This is where I expect it to go, because I do believe that phylactery location should be a vector 2 infinite right now. And otherwise, we'll say that I'm getting here. Or... How did this even happen? Gotta keep a sense of humor with your debugging, because otherwise you will die. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's what I would expect for there. And then if I delete you... It's not getting anywhere. Okay. Phylactery location. Let's see where it is. Okay, and it actually probably won't get here, will it? You know, maybe that's what's happening. Okay. Yeah, it didn't matter when I wasn't worried about keeping things between rooms. Okay, maybe I think I know what's happening. So if path is not equal to empty, I think where I want this else to be is actually here. And if it doesn't even find a path, then we do that. Okay. And if we don't find a phylactery, I think we still have to do this. So I'll actually put that back. And this is already starting to get really awkward, but such is life. Okay. There we go. Does this fix it? Oops, I forgot to close the game again, my bad. Jumping? No. Okay, let's see. Did I accidentally put you in the right spot? No, this is perfect. So if path is empty, so there's just nothing, then we make sure that there's nothing there, we recalculate everything and make it all zeros. I feel like that should work. I'm not sure why it's not. Yeah, it didn't even get here. Because there's no extractor. Okay. We do one more cursed layer. We do one more cursed layer. I did warn you ahead of time that it was only going to get more cursed from here. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is terrible practice, but it's fine. It'll work, in theory. Okay, now we don't jump at all. Of course, because I'm going, okay. No, I can't let that one be else. So what I want to have happen is that if path is that if we loop through everything and we don't find any extractors, then I do things. Okay. So I'm gonna say var found extractor false, and it's a Boolean, and I just want to say that once you find an extractor, we say found extractor is true, and if we don't find an extractor at the very end, just after everything, after that loop, yep, right here, if found extractor is false, then we do the thing. Just like that. And I actually think that doing this here is really dangerous, because if there's no path for that particular extractor, I don't think I actually want to clear out everything. Yeah. So I don't actually think I want to do it like that. I gotta be more careful with this. Same with here. I don't think I want to clear out the whole thing. I want to be a little bit more deliberate about when I clear things, because I do this per extractor. Yeah, thinking about that, I would have found more bugs. So let's go back to just thinking about, what do I want to tell the computer? What do I want to tell it to do? What should happen? Or when exactly should this value be cleared? It's not here either. I think I do it at the very end. And whoa. Mouth is spazzing out there. What the hell happened? I just look over for a second and I'm going okay. Well, whatever it was. I think what it actually is this. At the very end, if all of these values are 0, but I do 0 them out, so I don't think this is a good way to check it. I think what I actually want to check is the phylactery, so I'm gonna have to think about how to actually get its location. Because I do reset its location every time I double check the factory. So it's very plausible that it will be vector2.infinited. And that's kind of what I was using to tell when you found the phylactery. I think instead I should probably stop being silly and just make a proper Boolean variable. Okay. I'm gonna delete that, because I don't think that's the right way to do it. I don't want to do this here either. Okay, and I would like to get rid of this. This is not the way to do it, so I don't need this variable anymore. Let me see if I can articulate exactly what the problem is here. So, with the way I was writing that before, I was testing it with just a single source being extracted, and that was it. I think this would break the second that I added a second one, because if I added a second one and did not hook it up to the phylactery, then nothing in that chain would be getting into the phylactery, and it would not... And it would think that everything is 0, when that's not the case. That's still a little bit scattered, but the basic gist is that it doesn't work if I'm using more than one source. And I need to make sure that it works when you use more than one source. The default is going to be that you have more than one source. Like, it's going to be rare that you only have one. That doesn't really make sense in the context of the game. So I need to make sure that it actually, works correctly. I'm going to leave this error there so I can quickly find where I'm going back here. And what I'm going to do is up here at the top. It takes too long to scroll. Let's just go up. I want to find... Here we are, phylactery location. And I'm gonna say... We're gonna add a new Boolean value, because currently I'm using this as effectively a Boolean value and a string, and I should stop doubling up on that, because it's going to cause problems. So, now whenever a phylactery is built... Where is my spawn building? Perfect. So whenever a phylactery is built, I'm just going to go ahead and update the location. I'm going to tell myself where it is. Currently, I'm not doing that. I'm doing it elsewhere. Here we are. Equals, location. Okay, so now we should know where it is, always. Just anytime it gets built. We get that. And actually, I want to put this in a better spot. We're gonna put it there. Alright. You can only have one phylactery per screen, so this makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna have to change a few things about this later, but no, that'll be for later. This is fine for now. Yeah, from here... Let's see. I want to find all the places where I set this, and I want to set the Boolean I just created instead. Okay. So this, instead of the phylactery location, should be found. Phylactery is false. Let's see. Okay, so... Yep, this should also just be found. Phylactery is true. Because we found it there, and that's in commented code, so that's perfect. So now I want to find where I set it, which I do actually think is just right here. Yeah, so this is where I check. So if found phylactery is true, then we go do these things. And that should be fine. Do I do it anywhere else? Okay. Oh, I typoed. Is not equal. Okay, no. And if anything equals that, okay. So yeah, it looks like I don't use it anywhere else. So now, at the end, what I want to check is if this guy here is equal to this. So if everything is 0, then we delete stuff. And otherwise, we add, we put the new amounts in. And that sounds correct to me. Yeah, this is at the very end. This is after we loop through everything, after we get, we go through all the extractors, so all the values here should be correct at this point. So I think this should work if I use more than one extractor now. Let's go find out. Assuming the game wants to load. There we go! So I'll go ahead and... oh. Invalid access. Oh, that should be fine. Why is it breaking? Type info uses strings. Okay. So it doesn't like that, huh? But why? Why? I'm gonna get rid of some of my excess print statements now because I don't think I need some of these. I have found the problem. So, now let's identify the new problem. Okay, so what are you mad about? What are you mad about? Oh. Oh yeah, I didn't update you. I hit the wrong button, but you know what? It found another bug, so I guess it works. I didn't update this guy. I guess I'll make sure that this is fine. I don't think I care about the index anymore. Well, I might actually. Do I? No, I don't think I do. I don't think I've been updating that properly for a long time at this point. Okay. So it looks like we're good. Can I build here? No, I cannot. Okay. Okay, no, I see the problem. So this is, I haven't built the phylactery yet, so it's confused. If... let's see. No, I can't use found phylactery because... Okay. We're gonna do something a little silly still, but I think it's okay. I want the default up here to be var to stir vector2.inf, and I can use that to determine whether or not I should go in there. So for this part specifically, I said that I wanted to stop doing that for identifying the phylactery, and it's true, I do. But this isn't for identifying the phylactery, this is determining if One even exists. Can I do that? Because I want to be able to find it even if it's not connected to the most recent path. So... yeah, no, this should be fine, because I set it once it's built. So... once it's built... okay, I have to go back up to ready after I do this, but it should be fine. So, if... let me think. Phylactery location is... if phylactery location is equal to vector of var to stir of vector 2 dot infinite, or that. So this should stop any further shenanigans, because I'm pretty sure, at least from what I've observed, that Godot evaluates if statements left to right. So if I list this one first, it shouldn't try to do this. We'll see if that works out for me. We'll see if that works out. If I'm wrong, it's easy enough to just nest it. But I think that should work. And then, right, I said I needed to go into the ready function, because here I do not just build buildings for some reason. Kind of surprised that I don't, right? Because I didn't want to overpopulate pipe info. But given it's a dictionary, I don't think that's actually an issue, so I wonder if I should just... I'm going to comment this. And... oh. No. Right, because I didn't have access to a selected building. That's why I did it like this. Okay. Yeah, no, I think I have to do something like this. So if... so I think all I have to do is if, pipe info... sub pipe... sub name is a phylactery, there we go. Making sure I spell it right, it's quite a word. I just need to set phylactery location. Equal to... this. And I do it based on half cell? Let me... I need to check something important. Then comma, then a space, and then we concatenate that, and that should be fine. No. That's not fine. That's, okay. I need to check something before I can get it right anyway. Let's see. Throat's starting to give out. So we go down here. How am I determining its coordinates? So when I actually go to build it, yes, I do add there, so I do not have to do anything up here in ready. Okay. I just had to check that real quick. So... let's make this correct now. It's location. I'm way overcomplicating this. It's just equal to pipe. Okay. Let's see if this explodes. No explosions. Wonderful. Everything seems fine. So, I build my... Oh. Why is it switching back to a normal pipe? That should not be happening. Well, let me test one thing at a time here. Actually, I did want a normal pipe there, so that worked out. Okay. So now we have 400 water. Kind of wish I uncommented my other test there. Okay. But I do appear to be moving at a constant speed. And if I were to delete that, now we're at water 200. We're still at water 200. Oh, did it rebuild the factory wrong? Like, why is there a pipe back there now? Pipe info did not get updated. That's bad. I killed something in... while I was changing some things. Oh, no, you know what? I don't think I killed anything. I think... because yeah, let me see if I'm thinking about this right. Yeah, this is the only place I change things. So that means that when I recalculate the factory, that I don't update the elements inside the pipes. Yeah, so I need to make sure that I'm updating things properly there too. So that has to be part of recalculating the factory. Of just at the very end, after all the other things have been calculated, I need to make sure that the updates within the pipes here are all reflected, and it also means that I can uncomment my water printout while I'm here. But yes, this should keep things updated, because I was just noticing that the numbers here didn't look quite right. So that should be better now. I'm just thinking, yeah, that should help keep things updated between rooms. Alright. Let's see, I am also just kind of messing around with some stuff. Yeah, okay, there might be some things I can do to make that feel a little bit better. But regardless, we have water of 400. Go out of the room. We still got everything, and if I delete this pipe, we got a water of 200. I go out of the room, and that pipe is still deleted. And we still have a water of 200. Okay. Alright, so I think that's all good now. And it does appear to be working between rooms with multiple extractors, and, you know, that was ultimately the goal there. So we have multiple extractors, and if I look at all the numbers at the bottom here, I don't know why the game's not showing up. I hate it when Godot does that, but you can see that the numbers are remaining consistent where they should be. And I'm gonna call that working. Cool. So, I think I've done a few things that I wanted to do with room transitions. That was my main goal for today, just get all the numbers working properly between rooms. And yeah, there's some other stuff that I can do next time, but I think I should probably start winding down here. I do like working on this. I know that when I'm just kind of vocalizing what I'm trying to do, it can be a little hard to understand sometimes. But this is how I think about everything. Man. I've been thinking really hard about how to actually talk about things in a way that can be understood, but it's really hard when, like, when I'm the only one here that knows all the game mechanics. The game doesn't exist yet! No one knows the game mechanics! I do have some of them written down, of course, but that document's on my hard drive. I don't have it out there. But at the very least, I do have the feature working. It is working. And I think that's all the stuff I plan to do between rooms for now. Once I have all the math working for calculating all the numbers in the pipes working properly, I'll do more room transition stuff. I think I could probably do a little bit of it now, since the only thing that's not working is just the cursed of the cursed. So, you know, if you're doing silly stuff with recursive pipes, it won't work. If you're just doing horrible abominations like this, it doesn't currently calculate right. But if you're doing perfectly sane stuff like this, or like this, it's all totally fine. This is all calculating right. It's only the really, really cursed stuff that's not working right now. So, at the very least, I think I can probably get started with being able to pass values between rooms. Yeah, and then I can start implementing things like checking to see how many phylacteries you're allowed to have at the moment and stuff like that. So I've still got stuff I can do if I need to stop beating my head against recursive pipes for a little bit. Because oh my god, it's killing me. It's so hard, man. So hard to try to exhaustively make sure that I account for every possible configuration. So hard. But I think I'm moving in the right direction. I'm actually feeling pretty good about where I'm going there. And once I get those calculations right, once the math feels pretty good, once everything feels very solid, we've tested it to oblivion, I don't have to worry about it anymore. I think that's going to be like the hardest part of the game done. I am so excited to be getting that done. So excited. So excited. So, I suppose I'll go ahead and stop here for today. So, thank you all for coming, and I hope you're able to make something wonderful today. Tomorrow, I'll be doing some more Atelier Risa, so I hope to see you there.